who knew Young Thug since he was a kid. When he broke his English teacher's arm, punched him in the face.
What the fuck? This nigga's a menace! He broke his teacher's arm!
What's the name? Today we're reacting to Trap Geek King Slime, The Battle for South Atlanta. Now, as y'all know, probably know, maybe know, should know, not really should know. Who gives a fuck? King YSL is now in fucking jail. Gunna, Young Thug, and some other niggas. YSL is shit, the gang, whatever. They is now in jail for racketeering. Racketeering is a very, very big charge with a lot of, basically it's a lot of fucking illegal things. And it's a big fucking charge that can get you years. I mean years, maybe like 20 plus years. I mean a lot of years for racketeering. And they're in jail for that. For a lot of things and this, that, and the third. So, yeah, I don't know exactly what they did, but they did a lot of illegal shit. I mean, for them to get a racketeering, they had to do a lot of fucking illegal shit. So it's the battle for South Atlanta now. I know that fucking YSL, Young Thug and them, they beef with, I think they beef with, what's his name? YF and Lucci. They beef with him and shit like that. I don't know why they had that beef, but they beef and shit like that, and, you know, it's not good. So maybe that's what he's talking about when he means the battle for South Atlanta. I don't know. But that's why we're watching the video. So, let's get to it. Trap Geek to go. Let's get to it, you know?
But be aware that you have the right to remain silent and not incriminate yourself while you are there and anywhere else. Anything that you say can be used against you.
He is the one that we're all afraid of. He's the one that's King Slime.
King Slime.
He is in videos talking about messing with them, you're going to die. They have 10 100-round choppers talking about
100-round choppers. Oh, shit is real, bitch!
Take it to trial.
Social media is a wonderful tool for prosecutors in every indictment we bring nowadays.
God damn.
Yeah, man. You know, slime this, slime that. If I did shit, slime shit.
They pull up like right here and just shooting it like, you know, sideways behind the car in the street.
Alright, what is up everybody?
Oh wow.
We're gonna talk about this YSL.
I heard like his mom's
it's
house
one of the
got shot
craziest stories, and slowly, over 9 years, the state set up wiretaps.
I think they said like, I guess one of the things that
documenting every hand gesture,
like
tattoos and photos, captions and emojis.
I think,
were all
allegedly,
collected as evidence that Young Thug's label, YSL, was actually an organized gang enterprise who had been in a 7-year war in Zone 3 Atlanta with the rapper YFN Lucci and his crew. And it escalated to robberies and murders. Witnesses got bribed out of testifying. And when rivals caught YSL members in a building, they forced them to strip naked.
What the
photos,
fuck?
throwing up their gang signs.
This real?
Ain't nobody tried to grab the gun like, I ain't gonna let him strip all my poppers right here.
The fans were shocked. They named Young Thug
naked and put up gang signs. Oh, this some real gang shit. Nah, this
and all the
is
events Young
insane.
Thug would put on in the city were actually recruitment events for YSL, who had made so many enemies that DJs got choked out just for playing Young Thug's music. But the biggest insult for police was the whole time Young Thug was leaving hints in the music, bragging about giving the lawyers millions to handle all the killings.
Thug really like that?
Record when
You
Young
would
Thug
never
was
think
rapping
Thug
about
really like
shot at
that.
his mommy. Now he no longer
But hey, I
mentions
guess
it.
looks to me
He's
to
really
see.
talking about getting Lucci's
Not a
house
nigga
shot
that
up
wear
and
dresses.
ruining
I
his
was
mother
saying,
in
a
the
nigga that wear
process.
dresses, I
They
would
pull
never
up
think
like
you really
right
like
here
that.
and
But hey,
just shooting it like, you know, sideways behind the car.
And everything came
Stop playing
crashing
with that
down
stuff.
2 months ago on Cleveland
This could
Avenue,
be the
Young
season.
Thug's block. As Atlanta police moved in on a housing complex, they wanted to arrest a YSL member for an armed robbery. But the dude escaped, shooting an officer 6 times before they finally brought him to Fulton County. In 2 days,
Damn, what
he got
the
on the phone with Young
fuck?
Thug and asked permission to murder Thug's rival, Lucci, who was sitting in the same prison. And while Thug was trying to
They
fly
the same
drones
town?
past the jail windows
shit.
to deliver cell phones to his guys, he didn't realize the state was already one step ahead.
When a flight
They
is
planted
wrong.
cell phones with other inmates to listen in on all their calls.
These niggas is
Now,
trouble.
we're getting into all this, but first, check out my song of the day. Let's go.
This is crazy. She kinda hard. Hold on.
Okay, Atlanta. It's the entertainment hub of the South,
For
the
sure.
Silicon Valley of trap music.
Absolutely.
One of the only cities who kept their clubs open during COVID, because in Atlanta, music is the currency. It's a place where the suburbs, the mansions, and the slums are all grouped together and divided up into zones that are determined by police precincts. For this particular story, we have to travel southeast to Zone 3. It's home to new stars like YFN Lucci out of Summer Hill and Young Thug, hailing from the infamous Cleveland Avenue corridor. Generally, the more south you go in Atlanta, the more dangerous it gets. Everything from the Chevron to the Exxon gas stations on Young Thug's block is gang territory. It's where YSL conduct their business. You could even find YSL's rivals patrolling these gas stations brazenly in a vlog 2 months ago. And the dude filming had no idea he was on Young Thug's territory with the ops.
This is where we at, man.
Look, bro, we on Op Block. Ain't nothing but slimes around there, bro. This whole area.
Damn, we basically fucking Instagram.
Slime shit.
See, most fans know YSL as Young Stoner Life, the name of Thug's label. But that's corporate camouflage for the real name of YSL, Young Slime Life, which over the years had built into a gang syndicate, connected the blood sets across the East Coast, and a sprinkle of Crips from the city. What Thug's been able to do since being famous is incorporate their slang into the music, making it popular, with fans around the world saying slime or slat, slime life at all times. Your slime is your brother, somebody you trust, but also to slime someone out is to do them dirty. It started as a blood term in New York and traveled along the East Coast. Now Atlanta crews like YSL get the credit.
Oh, so that's just started from New York. Man,
There's a lot of slime shit that goes down in Atlanta. The state even accused 2 YSL members of passing around phone numbers to orchestrate the murder of one of their own guys 2 months ago.
What?
That's real slime shit.
Oh shit! That's a real slime shit.
Thug's clothing is all green colors and slime themed, with YSL lingo being heavily branded in the imaging and the music over the years, generating tens of millions of dollars. But this was also a way for the government to track the gang's communications on social media. Everything from hand signs to snake emojis, green hearts, became identifiers for Atlanta police, who knew Young Thug since he was a kid. When he broke his English teacher's arm, punched him in the face.
What the fuck? This nigga's a menace! He broke his teacher's arm?
Punched the teacher in 8th grade. The guy got kicked out.
Punch the teacher.
He punched the teacher in the mouth. Bop! Thug, I'm gonna be 100. Thug come from the slums. I'm talking about like the dirt.
Young Thug was a popular kid in and around the Cleveland Avenue area. You can even see him here at the famous Cleveland Avenue functions as he plotted on making it big.
You know? I never thought that.
And by 2013, Young Thug signed to Gucci Mane for $25,000 and was already dropping hits, all while his crew was committing robberies, hijacking cars, gifting him stolen weapons that the police knew all about. By the next year, Young Thug was famous. And it was confusing because he would wear dresses, saying 90% of his wardrobe was women's clothing.
That's what I'm saying, like you would never think he'd like that.
Like Birdman, who took him under his
wing.
wing.
Look at this nigga.
It became obvious how serious Thug was. When the game tried to instigate a beef with him,
this nigga
he ended up apologizing quickly.
The game apologized? No, I'm gonna lie.
Together with Rich Homie Quan, who's also buzzing out of Atlanta, they were the faces of Rich Gang, an unstoppable duo. But by 2015, Rich Homie and Young Thug suddenly split, with clips going viral of Quan calling Thug gay at a concert. The media believed this was the reason they fell apart. But the story goes much deeper.
How does it feel to make a meal when you ain't even signed yet?
Hey.
I'm sitting here like fuck a deal, cause it ain't even crossed my mind yet.
Yeah. Why they hit me with a head?
The scene was on Birdman's private jet. To see Rich Homie Quan with Soulja Boy and Young Thug all together having a good time. The man you see in the back here was Rich Homie Quan's manager, Donovan Thomas, who also happened to be the leader of the Inglewood family Bloods from the neighborhoods just north of Young Thug's block, Cleveland Avenue. Donovan Thomas was known in southeast Atlanta as Nut, and on the surface, Young Thug and Nut were friendly and even had a business relationship.
Big Nut? Pause.
But just 3 months later, it all changed. One night in the new year of 2015, Nut was outside a barbershop in Castle Hill, Atlanta, waiting to get a haircut. And a silver Infiniti creeped in from the east side. The car stopped in front of the barbers, rolled the windows down, and bullets started spraying out, killing Nut and wounding a 14-year-old boy. The 5 people in the Infiniti sedan were all YSL members, and the car itself was traced through a rental car service by the state back to Young Thug's government name, who had rented it out just 3 months before. 2 weeks after the murder,
Oh boy.
Thug was in a jail call.
Oh boy.
The leader of the Sex Money Murder Blood Set, stationed in Atlanta, saying sacrifices had to be made and soldiers had to fall in order for the battle to be won. It was rumors that
said
Nut
that,
would
dog?
state and become an informant
fuck is
for the
this?
government,
War,
creating
nigga?
turbulence in the blood hierarchy. YSL had to eliminate him quick. 16 days after, Thug posted a video to Instagram saying, "You lie to your family, then get in the courtroom and tell the truth. Y'all need to get fucking killed, bro. From me and YSL."
Yo,
2
dog,
months
it's
later,
really like
Little
that.
Lee's tour bus would get shot up on the highway in Atlanta. A YSL henchman was arrested for the shooting, with Birdman getting on a tapped phone call with
I'm
this
really
YSL
shocked that Thug is
associate,
like
telling him
this.
he did everything he could and to come get his money.
He's come out here and get this money. Just my name is dress. You did everything you could do, bro. Strictly business.
See, it was clear to the state that YSL was actively using their power. And back in Zone 3, the killing of Nut had spawned a war that was amplified by the music. YSL had the advantage with Young Thug's position in the music industry, but Nut was mentoring an upcoming rapper named YFN Lucci from Summer Hill, just
So
north
that's
of
what
Young
that D's
Thug's
funny
farm.
because he killed
And
Big
Lucci
Nut.
would mount an offensive
I
against
like it.
Thug that would escalate dramatically, catching a bunch of YSL members that same year and forcing them to strip naked, saying fuck their gang.
Yeah, they naked. Ain't nobody trying to
For why
grab
some
the gun, like,
niggas?
I ain't gonna let him strip all my partners right here.
Lucci was also making good music
That's
that had practically the whole city of
insane. Niggas
Atlanta
really stripping
in his corner. And he began using the internet
Yeah, he was on the
to
song,
antagonize
Here
Young
You Go,
Thug,
right? Every day,
bragging
every
about
day.
how he slept with Thug's fiance, singing about having threesomes with her in songs, then wishing happy
That's that
birthday
bitch
to one of
Carly?
Young Thug's
Carly?
daughters publicly, even posting a photo of her to his Instagram. But the payback was swift and nasty. Within weeks, Lucci's house got shot up, wounding his mother in the process. At the same
Yeah, I
time,
heard
Young
that.
Thug was elevating his YSL guys like Gunna into the industry, growing their fan base. All while back in Southeast Atlanta, YSL was hijacking cars, robbing guns, and gifting them to Young Thug and Gunna, who were moving militant, like it was a war erupting,
Oh,
even getting
God.
pulled over in a different county for speeding while riding with a security detail filled with YSL members who were strapped up with AK-47s.
God.
You got money, you got guns. Trifecta, okay?
But Young Thug always seemed to get out of trouble,
Why did they get
bonding
no-
out,
oh, no,
dodging
no,
the charges, and that same year, dropping a massive record with Juice WRLD. In it, Thug brags about YFN Lucci's mother getting shot, saying, "I shot at his mommy, now he no longer mentions me." But the music was being carefully examined by the APD,
God
and a
damn.
few
Why
months
would
later,
that nigga say
tensions
that?
escalated
Why would he
further,
say
when
that?
Thug found Lucci's car at the world-famous Lenox Mall and posted a photo of it, saying if it weren't for what Lucci did for his own family, that he would have killed him. But just months later, in an interview, Thug said it was all for fun, and that he wished Lucci nothing but success.
What's going on with you and YFN Lucci? Sometimes I just like to have fun. It's no hard feelings. I hope you get rich and take care of family for life.
He was lying to his teeth, because back in Atlanta, Lucci was the target in 2 separate shootings within 2 weeks of each other, as YSL members snuck around Lucci's neighborhood at night and found him filming a music video inside a fenced-in complex. They started taking pot shots at him, with Lucci's crew returning fire in the darkness.
Everybody started shooting. They just started shooting back. We kind of knew like the area where they were coming from. But it like they was outside the gate. Somebody shot my fucking road rush who was with us, man. Nigga ass on the ground, shooting on the fucking ground.
All while this was going on, the younger YSL members were expanding operations into the northeast side of the city, breaking into railroad depots, looking for shipping containers, and robbing them of their contents, posting photos of these lists on their phones of all the crews they were at war with, and that same year, traveling to the graveyard where Nut was buried, and spray painting Slat in big green letters all over his tombstone.
Nah, that's.
I don't think all they got more than us is dead
That's
members.
nasty.
What the fuck? These niggas is
And we also
crazy.
voted on Liberty.
Why would you say that? What, are these
One of
niggas
YSL's
stupid?
most prominent
these niggas
members
gotta be dumb.
just beat a
Why
murder
are you telling
conspiracy.
niggas what you
You
did?
know him as the rapper Yak Gotti, who in 2015 was caught
gotta
with
start going back
rifles
to rap,
speeding
man.
on the
Not as
highway
incriminating
on the way
yourself,
to do a
this is
retaliation
crazy,
murder after another YSL member
I gotta
was
stop
shot
doing
and
this,
beat
bro.
up
This makes
at the
no
Magic
sense.
City strip club. The two picked up rifles, then got into a high-speed chase with police, crashing into a guardrail. Yak Gotti did 4 years in federal prison as a result, and was now free and building up a rap career with Thug's backing. And just before Halloween, they found Lucci's car again at Lenox Mall. Gotti decided to take a photo standing on top of the car and flipping the middle finger.
That's
When
nasty.
Lucci caught wind of it, Gotti turned the photo into a single cover. It was great for promo, but equally good for the police, who were quietly documenting every social media post. They would later reveal Gotti as one of the 5 members riding in the car the night of Nuts' murder at the barbershop.
So y'all niggas
This
is really
photo on
getting
top
caught
of
because
Lucci's
y'all don't know
car
how to
and the
just
state's eyes
stay off the
proves that
fucking
Gotti
social.
was
That's why
actively
you
making
niggas is
threats
really getting
on
caught.
behalf of YSL.
Y'all can't stay off the fucking social.
Blue Box event is on now.
That's why you
June
niggas is
21st
really
to
getting
24th,
caught,
with
bro.
40% off your first
Not
membership order.
because
Don't miss it.
y'all niggas is just, I mean, maybe y'all is. I mean, this is part of y'all being bad criminals, but y'all can't stop posting y'all shit on both sides. Posting photos of y'all
Actively
doing
making
this,
threats
saying
on behalf
we
of
did
YSL.
that, we did that. That's why you niggas is arrested.
And just a few months after Gotti took that photo, back in Atlanta, Lucci and some YFN members were riding in his Maybach, driving in the southwest side, Oakland City, Little Baby's neighborhood. They were looking for enemies, and when they found some, the YFN guys started shooting from the Maybach. The people they were shooting at sprawled out for cover, ducked, and shot back, hitting one of Lucci's guys in the head. As he clung onto the Maybach doors, his own guys pushed him out the car and drove off.
What the
leaving him
fuck?
to
He
die.
was taking.
Adams was killed on a gun
They
battle.
pushed their own nigga.
Nah, that's
From the scene was
You
dumped
push your
from the
own
Maybach.
nigga out there.
Like
No.
trash, some would say.
This failed drive-by triggered a 112-count RICO indictment of Lucci and his
Nah,
entire
man,
crew.
nigga.
The district attorney
That shit-
was
nah,
only
that shit
elected
so
in January of that year, had been promising to go after any and
That's
all
fucking
rappers
crazy.
with mob ties. She was doing exactly that.
These people that are committing violence, I'm taking a hard stance on them. In prison is where they're headed.
News of
God
Lucci's
damn, that's y'all
takedown
biggest
hit
op right
Atlanta
now.
hard.
The
As
DA.
police intercepted direct
Whatever
messages
the fuck
of
she is,
YSL
I don't know
members
what she
talking
did.
about how the
Whatever
state
it is,
was trying
she
to
y'all
indict
think
them
it's op.
on a specific
Fuck
body.
lots of
They were
why
talking
for
about
you,
Nuts'
fuck-
murder.
fuck
Until
y'all
the government's
niggas be the
surprise,
ops.
the
She y'all
YSL
niggas
members they were monitoring kept posting to social media talking about wartime, time to lace up,
These
something
niggas is
that baffled
stupid,
APD, who couldn't believe the online antics were continuing.
The brazen attitude they have, it's amazing what they're willing to put on social media, what they're willing to talk about, what they're willing to show picture-wise.
Just 2 months
It's like,
into
it's
the
like
next
you
year,
niggas like,
2022,
y'all, you know y'all doing
Fulton
illegal
County
shit, right?
Prison,
That you
a
get your
guard
mad
opened
time.
two
Like,
jail
why do y'all keep
doors
posting this shit?
simultaneously, leaving
Some of
Lucci
y'all trying to
alone
get brownie
and
points, like this
exposed.
is nasty.
He
What
was
y'all
attacked
doing?
by a YSL member who started stabbing him with a homemade shank. But Lucci survived, and the next month, the mother of Young Thug's child was murdered in Atlanta.
Who?
They laughed at us when they drove off in the car still shooting. They laughed while my sister was on that ground.
Young
Most
Thug?
believed it was retaliation for the attack on Lucci,
Young who?
but it was actually just a freak coincidence. A random argument at a bowling alley that led to someone pulling the trigger and killing Young Thug's baby mama, which shows you how violent Atlanta was getting. Local journalist George Cheedy says this is only the beginning of a systemic takedown of rap crews in the city that have tied the violence.
It's gonna get worse?
I think so. Like I said, there are other prosecutions coming. They're going to be chock-a-block every month or two, probably for years, until the murder rate starts to fall.
See, Georgia is one of only 7 states where RICO laws at the state level, and they've been taking down crews left and right. First, the feds arrested Rallo, who they claim was charting planes carrying millions of dollars worth of weed
Yeah, I think I
across
heard
state
about
lines. Then the state took down Hood Rich Pablo and 25 of his guys
Goddamn,
on a
the
RICO
feds
sting
is
in
on
Zone 6.
time.
Then last year, the DA nabbed YFN Lucci, and this year, they took down Young Thug and YSL. With 200 pieces of evidence the state is ready to present, you're gonna see serious discussions on what's classified as art versus what the government can use in your music against you. That's it for this video.
I mean, it's
Leave
like,
me a comment on
and
what
I've been
video I
hearing
should
about
do
this,
next,
you know.
and I will see you.
It's been
in the next one.
a real topic, you know, because Young Thug and them, they've been talking about, they've been on fucking, you know, SummerSlam or whatever, they've been crying about protecting black art, and this is the thing, right? It's, you say protect black art, but at the point in the time, like, if your art can incriminate, if your art matches up to crimes that actually happened, yeah, I'm going to use your art as a case, if it matches up. And you said, hey, nigga said, shot your mommy, now this, that, and the third, like, you know what I mean? And it's like, of course you can't just use the art. You need actual evidence. But it seems like from this video, they have actual evidence. Like they said, like the shot, the car that got shot up and this, that, and the third, that shot in the barbershop, a big nut and this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? That car was linked to Young Thug or something like it's pushed. They're not evidence. The lyrics and shit like that. That's only one thing. But if y'all are on video, on tape, literally saying stuff like, we fucking did this, y'all putting guns in the photos and the videos, y'all literally saying that we did this, wartime, this and the third. It's clearly smoke there. So it's like, it's not like, of course they're gonna use the lyrics, you feel what I'm saying? But they had to have more than that. You know, they can't just have lyrics. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have to have more than that, which is, they probably do. They probably have, the lyrics are just linked to the actual evidence that they also have into the crime. You feel what I'm saying? So like, if you're talking about what actually happened, they're gonna use it, bro. It's just gonna happen. So it's just like, yeah, but Doug is really fucking like that. He's going fucking crazy. It's insane, bro. It's absolutely insane and it's fucking crazy. But hey, man, I don't even know what to say. I really don't even know what to say. But anyway, I'll see y'all later.